Hello once again, everyone. It's Lady of Time Cosplay here with a slightly later than normal monthly update vlog. Sorry about that. It kind of got away from me how soon the first weekend in July was, and then when I tried to record it in time for this previous Saturday, my camera died on me like 3/4 of the way through, which was really annoying. So sorry about that, but I'm here now. So I didn't have a super full month of things going on, but I did get to do some really fun stuff this month because any month I get to dress up as Missy is a great month. Especially when that leads to, getting to ride on a carousel with Kylo Ren and Leia. Two Leias, actually. Darth Vader and Stormtrooper. That was a lot of fun. That was a part of a series of events, actually, that I'll be helping out this summer with at a local children's museum. They try to do, like, a theme for their summer programming, and their theme this summer is sci-fi. So I'll be there a couple weekends. I was there just the one weekend in June for their opening weekend. I'll be there another weekend this month and one in August as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'll get to be Missy at all of them just because there's different things that they're asking me to do, but I've got plenty of costumes that I can wear for this, so I'm very excited. For the opening weekend, which was just this in June, my mom actually borrowed my Deanna Troy costume, which was pretty cool. And I got to see some members of the local 501st and Rebel Legion chapters. If you don't know, those are like professional cosplaying, costuming groups for Star Wars. I've run into them a couple times. They've helped out at things at this museum before, and it's always nice to see them. Saturday of that weekend, there was also a really nice 10th Doctor cosplayer there. I didn't get his name though, but he was really nice. So it's always fun to have like more than one Doctor Who character there, because usually people are looking at me and either they're like trying to place me somewhere in the Star Wars universe, which doesn't happen, or I'm Mary Poppins. So but yeah, it was super fun. Anytime there's a chance of a picture to be taken like this, or like this, or this one, is a great weekend. In cosplay progress news, I've not gotten a lot. I didn't get a lot done this past month just because it's been so hot outside. With the costume that I'm doing for River, the Silence in the Library costume, sorry, there's a picture over here of it. You just can't see it because I covered my mirror when I record my vlog. And because I have to do that outside because of the fumes of the resin that I have to use and just the mess that it makes. And also I have to wear, jeans and a long sleeve shirt so it doesn't get on me. So it gets pretty warm. So I haven't gotten a ton done with that. I did get some done this morning actually though, since it was a little bit cooler outside. So, I'm glad I started it now rather than, later this summer. It gives me some wiggle room. For Rey, I did get started on the belt that she wears and the little like wrist thing that she wears as well. The pattern was a bit more fiddly than I thought it was going to be, because instead of cutting out the pattern in the fake leather, the pattern in the webbing, and the pattern in the felt, you actually fused everything together and then cut it out. And then I forgot I had to get a fake leather needle, just because the fabric is so thick, and then so I went and got that, but then I forgot to get the thread that will match the leather, because you have to do top stitching just so everything stays together, just in case the fusing comes loose. Might be an excuse to go catch some Pokemon. I'm still debating if I want to do another new cosplay this year or not. It's just going to depend on like time and money mainly. If I do another cosplay this year though, I'm thinking I'm either going to do a Belle's town dress or Ariel's town dress, just because I really want to do Disney Princess cosplay, and I still don't have the room for those big poofy skirts, so those seem like two costumes that would be really actually quite doable, I think. And they're two of my favorite princesses. I've been on a sort of like normal clothes sewing kick as well, just because a lot of the cosplay work that I'm doing right now, there's not a lot of sewing involved at the stage that I'm at right now with most of the cosplays that I'm working on. It's just always nice to have some other projects, because sewing has become something that just really relaxes me, and it's something to do, and it's fun to make stuff. I made myself some Mickey Mouse shorts, some black shorts with like gold polka dots on them. Mainly I did that because the Mickey Mouse shorts were actually made out of the same pattern that I made my pants for Rey out of, and when I finished those I was so excited to find out that how big the pockets were. Any ladies know that pockets on anything are frankly ridiculous, so sewing patterns have the biggest pockets, and it makes me so happy. The black and gold shorts mainly I did because the pockets for the pattern that I use for those are very similar to the pockets that I'm going to do on River's spacesuit. There's going to be a lot of like finagling and figuring out how to put that all together. It's going to be a lot of mishmashes of different patterns, so I just wanted to see how those pockets work. So, and I got another cute pair of shorts out of that. I also made myself, you might have seen the picture on Instagram, a dress out of some Doctor Who fabric, which also has pockets. Yeah, I like sewing. It's fun. In con news, I did manage to get my tickets for New York Comic Con, which you might have seen on, Facebook, Instagram, whatever already. I didn't get a 4-day pass though, which I was kind of upset about because I clicked right at noon, like I'm sure everybody did, and I didn't get through the queue for like an hour and 20 minutes or thereabouts. They were like had all just been spoken for by the time I got through the queue. So I did wind up getting individual day passes for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which, is a bit more than buying the 4-day pass, but I've been to this one. This will be I think my 5th New York Comic Con this year, and I know that they do a good job, and, they've already announced some really great guests, so I'm excited. I'm just, a little bummed that, they're working on making their ticketing system better. That's pretty obvious. I mean, the whole fan verification thing is frankly a really good idea, even though, they've had to reopen it a couple times because of people getting used to the idea. I just really hope that next year maybe they will force you to attach names to the tickets before you check out, because I feel like, people were still able to get extra tickets that they can sell because all it is, they just have to make sure they sell them to people who are fan verified. So hopefully that'll be something that they introduce next year, just because it's I mean, pretty much any convention you go to that's big enough where tickets sell out so quickly, you're going to have problems with scalpers, but I just really hope that that they can continue to improve their ticketing process, because they did a pretty good job this year, I think. Just the virtual queue needs some work, because it's really hard to tell if it's actually being fair or not, because there's no like counter or even indication of how close you are to the front of the line. So I felt like it was hard to know if I was actually being sent through the queue at the right time or whatever else. So, it was a bit frustrating. It was a good hour and a half of me being very, very stressed about getting my tickets. But I'm looking forward to it. October's actually coming up pretty quick. So, but yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited. Carrie Fisher's already been announced as a guest. I mean, come on. I am really hoping, side note, I'm really hoping that there will be a Doctor Who panel this year, because it doesn't sound like they're going to San Diego Comic Con this year, because, they just started filming a couple weeks ago. I think New York Comic Con would be fun, though, because that's going to be a lot closer to the start date of the new series, whenever that be, and obviously closer to the Christmas special this year, so come to New York Comic Con, please. I know I keep talking about doing reviews, and then not doing them, but I do think I'm going to have some time this month, but I'm not going to do retrospective episode reviews or the audio reviews just yet, because I picked up some Doctor Who books this month. During visits to Barnes & Noble to see if they had the 500th issue of Doctor Who magazine yet, which I did get, I picked up some Doctor Who novels. The Stone Rose, a 10th Doctor and Rose Tyler book. It's a bit of an older one, but it recently got re-released as part of the history collection for the Doctor Who novels. I'd originally heard this novel, actually, because David Tennant did a really great audiobook of this. It was very interesting to listen to him switch between. He narrated it in his, in his normal Scottish accent, and then of course switched over to the Doctor, and there's a very decent impression of Rose, Jackie, and Mickey, if I'm perfectly honest, and his genie voice is quite funny as well. I was actually quite surprised. There's quite a bit in here that wasn't in the audiobook, so that was interesting to see. Also, it contains the only canon 10 and Rose kiss. New Earth does not count because that was Cassandra in Rose's body, which is weird. And then Journey's End does not count because, while yes, 10-2 is the Doctor, it's not the original Doctor. So yeah, this contains the only canon 10-2 and Rose kiss. I also got some more recent, that's a recent release, but some other newer ones that hadn't been released before. The Legends of River Song, which I mainly bought thinking, oh, cosplay research, even though, you know, there's no pictures. This took a good bit of getting used to, just because it's presented in a way, it's supposed to be a selection of entries from River's diary, so everything's written in first person, which took a little bit of getting used to, but River's a quite awesome and funny narrator, to be perfectly honest. My favorite part was that, you know, we wouldn't have gotten if it was narrated by somebody else other than River, is the knowledge that apparently she knows Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Then we have In the Blood. This is the most recent, newer release, at least in the United States. I think it came out a few weeks ago in the UK, if not a couple months ago. This is actually really good. This was actually written by the same lady who did the Time Reaver audio for the 10th Doctor and Donna, and it actually ties in, which I knew before I picked it up and started reading it, but I didn't realize how much it tied in actually, so that was very interesting to see. I don't want to spoil it too much though, but it's always great to have more 10 and Donna adventures. It's also like a really thick book, like, you know, like here's Legends of River Song, here's The Stone Rose, and here's In the Blood. It's a really good adventure too. I'll save more of my thoughts for that on the review. I think this will probably be the first one that I do, just because I've loved it so much. So hopefully later this month I'll get a chance to do some reviews on those books for you guys. I've got some stuff coming up that might eat up a lot of my time, just for various reasons, but I will hopefully be able to get that done. I've already started thinking about what I want to say about In the Blood, so that'll probably be the first one, like I said. I think that about does it for my roundup of this month. Yeah, cosplay progress, stuff I did this month, book reviews. Yeah, that's about it. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you want to, you can subscribe so you don't miss those book reviews when they come out. And my monthly vlogs, which hopefully I'll do a better job about getting right on it for next month. Sorry again about being a little bit late. So I will see you guys again soon. Bye!